So you've documented your own processes. You know how to capture them fast, but here's where most teams hit the next wall. Your knowledge isn't just in your head, it's in your team's heads. And the distribution is never even. You've got 2 or 3 people who know exactly how things really work. The shortcuts, the tips, the tricks, the processes that's never been written down because everyone just knows it. And everyone else is either guessing or asking those 2 people the same questions every week. And your AI tools, they can't access any of it because it's not documented, because it lives in people's heads. Come on, man. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to get that knowledge out of people's heads and into a library your AI tools can actually use. Here's what's actually happening on most teams. Knowledge isn't distributed evenly, it's concentrated. Your top performers have figured things out over years. They know the workaround when the system breaks, they know which approval path actually gets things moving, they know the exception to the exception. That knowledge is incredibly valuable and it's completely invisible to AI. Because knowledge that lives in someone's head isn't something AI can use. AI can only work with what's documented, structured, and accessible. Everything else is just a blind spot. And here's the risk nobody talks about. When those 2 or 3 people leave the company or get pulled onto a new project, all of that institutional knowledge walks out the door with them. Your AI doesn't just fail, your whole team fails. Wah, wah, wah. Here's how to save yourself and your team from hitting that wall. First, map your knowledge holders. Start by identifying the 8 to 10 people on your team who carry the most institutional knowledge. Not the most senior people, the most knowledgeable ones. The person everyone goes to for the real answer. Then, for each of them, identify the top 3 to 5 processes only they know, or that they know better than anybody else. That's your capture priority list. Step 2, capture the source. Don't interview them and write it up afterwards. Sit with them, or have them do it on their own and use the capture while you work method I showed you in video 3. They run the process, Tango captures every step automatically, and the documentation builds itself from real actions, not from what they think they remember. In an afternoon, you can capture 5 to 10 processes from one knowledge holder. Step 3, organize it as a library, not a folder. This is where most teams get it wrong. They dump everything into a shared drive and they call it a knowledge base. Don't do that. A library is organized around how people search, by task, by tool, by team. And it's connected to where the work happens, so AI can access it at the moment it's needed. Short guides, real screenshots, searchable by anyone on the team, and they're queryable by any AI tool you use. When your team's knowledge is captured and organized, everything at the team level changes. Your AI tools stop giving generic answers because they now have team-specific context to work from. They have real processes, real workflows, the way your team actually operates. Your knowledge holders stop being bottlenecks. The questions that used to come to them directly now get answered by the library or by an AI tool drawing from it. Their time goes back to actual work. And when someone leaves, their knowledge stays. It's in the library, it's accessible. The institutional memory of your team is no longer tied to who's still employed there. A well-documented process is a more efficient team. So remember, map your knowledge holders, capture from the source, and organize as a library. That's the method and how it gets your team ready to really use AI tools for efficiency. You can try Tango for free at tango.ai. Start building your team's AI-ready library today. Subscribe for the final video in this series. Next up, why AI rollouts fail at the org level and what to do about it. I'm Mark, let's Tango.